Oh, hi.
Now listen, sometimes my ADHD brain sees something random and just connects thoughts in really weird ways. Let me explain. I bought some moss to put on this giant log I got for photos.
Still haven't put moss on this, by the way.
And while staring at the green blobs, my brain went, hedgehog. So today we're making a mossy little hedgehog. Let's go.
To start, we're gonna need some foil, some clay, and sculpting tools.
I just have a little bit left. Hopefully I can sculpt something with this, but we're gonna be cutting it real close.
Yes, we are.
Don't ask what happened to his other eye, okay? He was a little bit of an accident, okay? He doesn't like to be asked about it.
What happened? Hey! What happened? What's going on?
Nothing's going on!
I think something might be going on!
Nothing's going on! You're not supposed to be listening!
I heard it all!
I don't need witnesses. You didn't hear nothing.
I'm witnessing!
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying there, Sarah. You didn't hear a thing.
I didn't hear a thing!
Exactly, that's what I told Rootin' Tootin'.
Rootin' tootin', I'm a poopin'!
But yeah, I gotta make a whittle guy, so he needs a whittle head. This seems whittle? This seems whittle.
Oh, for frick's sake, that went over the table and, oh, come on now.
Went under the table.
I swear the more I do that, the worse my aim gets.
Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. And that had a good smack. That was a good one. Good smack.
With that whole debacle aside, we can finally get the first layer of clay on and actually start sculpting.
That is a smooth boy. That's a good base. I like that. Are there any eyes in here that would just make my life easier so I don't have to get up?
Throwing things in random places pays off again.
I feel like that'll work. And I actually like that placement already. So we're just knocking it out of the park out the get-go. Look at this. So if the eyes are going to be here, then I want the mouth to be starting down here.
Slowly but surely, I build up the head of our little cottagecore friend. Well, the end result is definitely what I wanted, I have to admit. For most of this project, I was really questioning if it would turn out well. I went back and forth so much from it looking like a hedgehog to it looking like a weird dog. So this little dude gave me the ultimate challenge of trust the process.
I mean, he don't look too bad.
We're slowly getting better.
That is the tiniest heckin' nose. My god, that's adorable.
Of course, I gave him the patented "I'm just happy to be here" snoot expression.
Oh my goodness.
His ears were hard to gauge because hedgehogs be so spiky floofy, you can't really see them. So I looked up a naked one, and I really wouldn't recommend that.
Oh my goodness!
Last step for the head was to sculpt in all the little fur details, which is just dragging the tool a bajillion times in tiny little strokes. Most of my art dolls lately have been fully covered in faux fur, so this was a nice change of pace. Now, full disclosure, I stole these feet from another art doll in the works to use in this one. They were already itty bitty, had all the little paw pads and everything, so it was just perfect. Now, am I still gonna have to just make more little paw pads later? Yes, but that's future me's problem, so moving on to armature time.
I'm so squeaky when I drop a piece. Okay, that piece hit the window, ricocheted, and is now somehow between my back and the chair, and I don't know how. It's literally on my back. What? That's just impressive. I swear, it feels like I'm doing this for a bit, but I swear I'm not. I don't understand how I like fling these things across the room. I really don't know.
With the frame done, it's time to build up his board. To build up the body, I use long strips of quilt batting and just wrap it around the armature over, and over, and over again until it's built up to my liking. Making sure not to go too thickums though, to leave room for the fur's thickness later in the next step. But like I always say, or like I haven't said in a minute, if you like chunk boy, you go and you get chunk boy. If you like thin boy, you go and you get thin boy, okay? So we support all body shapes and sizes here.
Your little back foot. Gotta fix his butt. Looks so funny. Alright. Let's get to sewing. My favorite part.
But we all knew that was in fact a lie. She hated sewing the most of all.
So I know every time I say I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to sewing, and that's still true, but I also think what contributes is I'm making new animals all the time, and I never know if the body shape is gonna turn out right, so literally just wing it and hope for the best. So the process is usually the same, but the outcome is like a stressful surprise. Here is our little dude after sewing, and it's giving minimal vibes at best. So before we continue, I do want to blend the fur edges into the clay texture a little bit, so I'm just gonna do a wee bit of furring. Step 1, base coat, because gray is very unflattering. Step 2, glue. Step 3, fur. With it all blended, it's time to give a little bit of a trim.
Father, help!
In terms of snip trim, I mostly just focus on his little legs, so they match the body better and tapered nicely.
Just look how small his little back leg is. It's so little. He got a little nub. So cute. I need to like trim away the line of like where all the moss is gonna go, so that way it's like indented and it like blends in with the edge of the fur. So I need to just start hacking away at that.
Moving on to paint time. I wanted a really light color for his body. I was a little heavy-handed this time, but I learned a trick to lighten the color using alcohol and a paper towel. It lightens and spreads the color evenly, and I love it. You can see the difference between the arms here. Lighter, darker. I also wanted a darker color fading to his toes, but I also made it too dark, so alcohol to the rescue again.
Okay, now I just need to repaint all the toes and the head because the alcohol just completely wiped all that off. So yeah, I gotta do that again. You okay? Okay. It is heckin' moss time finally, and I'm very excited, so let's do it. This is so cute. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna warn you now, this is dyed, and I don't know if you can see it, it's gonna dye the heck out of my fingers, so don't be weirded out when my fingers are like green and yellow, because this is probably gonna be messy. This is probably really pushing like what you can do with an art doll, but this is just an experiment and we're just trying to see what happens. That seems like a butt piece. All right, I'm gonna commit.
putting the moss on was nerve-wracking. I was scared it wouldn't work, but piece by piece, it looked better and better. In true fashion, the most important piece is out of focus. Why am I like this?
I might leave that gap. You obviously can't see it when it's like, when I wanna fold him this way, it will obviously help. It doesn't look great, but it's hidden. See, you can't really tell. So it's just our secret, okay? Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, okay? It's a secret. It's a secret, okay? Now I think I need to trim my little hedge. Because he's a hedgehog.
Can't forget resin time to make the eyes glossy.
Beam of light.
That's a sad day when your jokes aren't funny to even you.
Gotta make that nose moist.
I could have left it just as it is with the moss and call it a day, but I felt it needed a little extra something. So I broke out some plants, but I hated how fake they looked, so I'm breaking out the airbrush again. I'm hoping the matte paint will give it a little less fake look. See, it's not so stark. I mean, leaves do have a little bit of a sheen, but not that drastic, you know? Now just to glue them all on. I also added some white flowers to add a little bit of a different color just so it wasn't all green. And after that, we're all done.
Oh my god. Okay. That's adorable. Oh no. You did that adorable little guy.
I love it.
All right, montage time.
What is that? Ugh, brother. What's that, brother? Something in my nail, brother. Gross. Why is that so hard for me to remember to say? It's because I have ADHD, that's why.
Hey, you're blocking my light. Trying to do stuff. What are you doing? Is it because you want that? Is that why? You trying to hint at something? Ooh. Ooh.